Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to draw Killer Moth from Teen Titans Go. So we're going to start by drawing in the eyes, and the eyes get drawn on top of the oval shaped head. So we're going to start at the left side, and we're going to draw a big, sort of an oval, but it's almost like a circle. It's slightly stretched out vertically. So starting from the top, curve down towards the bottom, and then back up to the top. So you can see it's a little bit more it's more stretched out than a circle here. We're going to draw the same thing on the right side, but we're going to leave a gap in the middle, about one eye space over. So taking that width, leaving a gap, and then drawing the same eye on the right side. So drawing that large, slight oval. Now from here, I want to draw in the oval shaped head in the back, but the mouth gets overlaid on top as well. So I'm going to have to draw this mouth in before I draw the head. So let's start with the bottom part of the jaw. So down here, I'm going to draw a horizontal line going in between the eyes. From the left side, I'm going to draw an angled line going up, and on the right, I'll draw an angled line going up. From here, I'm going to draw a series of zigzags connecting this. So coming down, up, down, up, down, and then connecting to the right side. From here, we're going to draw the upper jaw. So from this side, I'm going to go up. On the right side, I'll go up. We'll connect those two with a straight line going across. Now I'm just going to draw a little detail, a little V shape down the center like so. Now from here I can draw in the head. Now the head starts behind this eye and then curves around the right eye and then back up again. Starting up here, I'm going to draw a curve around the right eye. And I'm going to curve back around behind the jaw. Now we're going to continue this up here and underneath this eye, just like so. From this point I want to draw a little bit of the detail in the face. So just in between the eye and the jaw, I'm going to draw an angled line going up. On the right side we'll do the same thing. From here I'm going to draw a line going across, just to connect those lines. And then from these points I'm going to curve up to the top of the head. So from the left side I'm going to curve into the eye and up to the top of the head. On the right side I'm going to curve over the right eye. From here, let's draw in some antennas. So on this side here, just inside of this line, I'm going to draw a curve going up. And we're going to reverse this curve, going back in towards the head. We draw that exact same shape on the right side. So starting down here, curve up, and then we'll curve back in. Just to give a little detail, inside here on the left edge, I'm just going to draw three little lines like that. On the right, we'll do the same thing. Okay, so we got the head. Let's get into the body. So the top of the shoulders, he's got some fur that goes all the way around the shoulders and into the midsection. So what we want to do is we want to draw a series of fur detail on the left, fur detail on the right, coming down to a point in the center of the chest. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on the eye side here. Now I want to draw the shoulders quite big. I'm going to draw a curve going out from the eye. Let's go to the right side and draw the same thing. Just like that. Just so I can balance this out as I go. From here I'm going to curve in, and then I'm going to curve out. Here we're going to curve back in. Now I kind of want to keep my eye on the center piece here. So this is where the center of the chest will be, and this is where the fur will end. I curve down, and curve back up. I'm going to continue this until I get towards the center of the chest. And right about here, just past the shoulders. Okay, so I got this part. I want to go to the right side and just balance this out. So I'm going to come back in, just like I did here, and I'm going to go out, like I did on this side. And curve back in, curve out, curve in, curve down. You can see I'm starting to bring it all the way around this way. Curve in, up. Now from here, I probably want to start bending it in towards the center, but on this side I'll probably just do one more. So it's sort of balanced at the same height. Now from this side, I'm going to curve in towards the center of the chest, curving down. This side, I want to bring it towards that side too, but I'm not going to curve it downwards. I'm going to curve it in the opposite direction, like so. From the center here, I just want to do an upside down V shape, just like that. Okay, so we got the fur on top of the shoulders. Let's get into the body. So now, I'm going to have to draw the arm on the right first, because it gets drawn on top of the body, which gets drawn on top of the left arm. So let's start with this arm here. I'm sort of just visually sort of blocking this out. So the two arms are going to come down this way, the body is going to be here. Let's get into this arm here. So I'm going to draw the shoulder first. So starting up here, I'm going to round out the shoulder. I'm going to going to bring it back in. Just like this. Now I'm just sort of blocking in where I want the hands to be. So the fist right about here. So I'm going to take this and draw the back side of the forearm with a curve. From here, let's get into the front side of the arm. So from here, I'm going to curve out, and I'm going to curve back in towards the same height as this line here. From this point, I'm going to round out the top of the glove, and then I'm going to draw 2 curves, just to draw some detail in the arm. Let's get into the fist. So from this point, I'm going to draw an angled line going straight out towards the left. I'm going to come straight down, and I'm going to go straight towards the right. From this line, I'm just going to intersect it with a straight line coming down. Let's do an overlap. So over here, I'm going to draw a line coming down, going across, and then angling up towards the right. From here, I'm going to step in, step up, and go across, go up in an angle, and then I'm going to go up and in an angle, and I'm just going to cross this across the fist line here from the wrist, and then up here I'm just going to draw 2 angled lines for the fist knuckles, and then a little wave like that. Okay, let's do the same thing on this side, but before I do that, I'm going to have to draw on the body first. So this waistline is going to probably come up to about here. So I'm going to start with the chest first. So under this fur is the chest line. Starting over here on the left, I'm going to curve in towards the belly. On the right, I'm going to do the same thing. So curving underneath the arms. Okay, so you see why I drew this arm in first, because it gets drawn on top of the body. From here, I'm going to take this line and draw an angled line coming in, and on the right, I'll angle it coming in as well. Now we got the top part of the body. I'm going to go over to the left side and draw on this arm before I get into the rest of the legs. So from here on the left side, I'm going to draw that same curve for the top of the shoulder. So starting up here, now this, because the body's sort of turned this way, you're going to see less of the shoulder. So I just want to line up the shoulder, just draw a curve going behind the fur. Now I want to curve this line coming in and down towards the arm, so it's at the same height. Now from here, I want to make sure I line up the wrist. So I'm going to curve up. So this is basically a mirror of this right side. From here, I want to curve this line in, but I'm going to draw this little line here. So starting up here, curving up to the same height, and I'm just going to round this out behind the body. Okay, so now you can see why I had to draw the body before I drew the left arm. Draw the top of the glove, coming into that point, and draw 2 curves for some detail. Now we're going to draw this fist. It's basically the mirror of this. So we're taking this and flipping it over. So we start with the top line for the thumb first, across, come down, and we're going to go in. From here we're going to just intersect that with a line. Now we're going to get into this finger. So right here we're going to come straight down, across, and then up in an angle. We're going to step up and draw that knuckle line first. This, and then the point, coming out to a point, going up in an angle, and then we're just going to close off at the wrist. Down here, we're just going to draw 2 angled lines, and then a little wave for the knuckle. Okay, so we got the arms. Let's get into the rest of the body. So the legs, I'm going to draw coming down towards the top of the boot, which will be right here. So I'm going to take the sides of the leg first. From here, I'm going to draw an angled line coming out. On the right, we'll angle out as well. This is where the legs go into the top of the boot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this by overlapping a curve over that line. So it's overlapping, so it's extending beyond this line here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step in, draw an angled line coming up on both sides, leaving a gap in the middle, because I'm going to close it off with a straight line. Let's draw in some of the belly detail. So right here, where the rib cage is, I'm just going to draw a curve. Draw 2 lines coming, angling inwards, so they're coming in towards each other, towards the waistline. Draw a line straight across. And then in here, I'm going to draw 2 curves. One at the top, one at the bottom. And for the chest, we're just going to draw a little bit of detail here. On this side, I'm going to come down at an angle, and on the right, we'll come down at an angle. Same height. We're going to angle inwards, towards the center of the chest. Just like that. Let's do the final step, the feet and the boot. So from this point, I'm going to curve down to the bottom of the heel on the boot. On the right side, let's do the same thing. So we're just balancing this out. Start with the left foot. We're going to come out towards the toe. So from this line, we're going to come out to the first point in the front of the toe. From here, we're going to do an angle line going upwards to the right, do an angle line coming out towards the left, coming down, and then from here, we're going to come up towards the ankle, just like this, just a short line. From here, I'm going to connect those 2 points with a curve. From this point, I'm going to curve around to the back of the foot like that. From this point again, I'm going to curve down to that line. And then up here, we're just going to draw 3 lines going across for some detail. Let's take that foot and draw the exact same thing on the right side. So we're going to take that span and replicate it on the right side. So it's the same length from here to here. Go up in an angle. We're going to go across and then down in an angle. And we're going to draw that first curve up to the top of the foot. This. We're going to curve and round out. From here, I'm going to curve around to the back of the heel. Coming around like this. From this line, I'm going to curve to the bottom of the foot here. Now we're going to draw those 3 lines across the top. One final step, we're going to draw the wings in the back. So you can see a little bit of the wings, but they're going to be shifted over to the right side. So starting here, I'm going to curve behind the body. We're going to see it poke out here, in between the legs, and up. We're going to just do an overlap and just pull that behind the leg. From here, we're going to probably extend it so you can see a little bit back here, and curve up behind the back. And that is pretty much it. There we have it. There's Killer Moth from Teen Titans Go. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please give us a like and share this with your friends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.